Most of the time in this business, in our lives, the things that are contributing to that bad day are not that big of a deal. We've all experienced bad days in real estate. We've all experienced bad days as people. I'm having a bad day. But I would challenge you to think about what the source of that bad day is. And typically within the sales world, real estate world, the business world, if it's around the career, if it's around what we're doing on a daily basis, it's something that is really not that bad compared to what other people are experiencing. I've got friends on the police force. I've got friends that are in government jobs, teachers, people who probably deal with things that are a lot more strenuous, traumatic. I know they're more traumatic. And so for us in real estate, a lot of times the bad day that we're having is no one picked up the phone when I tried calling them. I grinded all day, didn't get any results I wanted. I had a client who got upset with me and wasn't very nice on the phone. I had a deal fall through. And if you think about most of the things that contribute to us having bad days, it's really something that's selfish. I mean, we're very focused on ourselves. And so I realized this about myself. I was having a bad day. Honestly, it was just a bunch of little things that kept adding up, and I wasn't getting as much done as I wanted to. And I could just tell that my attitude was off. Like I had a bad attitude. And I had a call with my friend who is a police officer, and he was describing the kinds of literal fires he was putting out and the people and the death and destruction that he had to deal with. And I was like, man, that really put things in perspective for me. And so I realized that when I'm getting in the zone, if I'm getting into a funk or having a bad day, it's up to me to stop focusing so much on myself. And the best way I can do that is start focusing on others. And so here's the challenge that I gave myself that I'm going to give you. Handwritten notes are a fallen art. And you guys know how I feel about print. We got a print magazine that's thriving. So I'm a big fan of sending actual mail. And if it's handwritten, that's even better. So sit down, and what's going to happen, what happened for me, is I sat down and I picked a person. The first person that came to my mind, I just wanted to love on them. So I wrote, "Dear John, been thinking about you," and I just started writing. And I was telling John why I was so appreciative for him being in my life, the things that he impacts. And by the end of the note, I was happy about my relationship with John and excited for the future to spend time with him. I was like, well, that felt good. So then I got out another note card and I wrote a second note to somebody else. And this could be family, this could be clients. You know, specifically, here's what I would recommend. If you're having a bad day because of client issues, maybe choose your last 5 clients that you have a really good relationship with, the last people who gave you referrals, and start writing handwritten notes. And before you know it, your focus goes from the problems that you're having, the irritations of that day, the negativity surrounding you, to love, affection, and paying attention to others and focusing on their needs. And before you know it, by the end of that drill, it's like 25, 30 minutes have gone by, and my entire being was different. My mind was focused. My body was ready to go. I was energized. I was charged. And so if you're sitting at your desk and you're thinking, man, it's been a rough day. Maybe this podcast is hitting you at the right time. Having a bad day. All I can tell you is most of the time in this business, in our lives, the things that are contributing to that bad day are not that big of a deal. Now, I don't want to minimize times where it is. I mean, life happens. We've got family issues and traumatic and important things that need our mind space. But maybe list those out. List out, hey, why am I feeling this way? And list that out so you get it on paper, you get it out there. And then even if it is something that is a big deal, but you want to start feeling better, you want to start focusing on loving others, try the handwritten note technique. See if that doesn't help you out and change your bad day into a pretty good day.